It has been confirmed that Johannah, Duggar, and Shyam are no longer together. Fans were shocked by the sudden split, taking into account that it has Johannah Duggar, the youngest daughter of the well-known Duggar family, shocked and alarmed her followers when she quietly revealed that she and her partner Shyam had broken up. Despite the fact that the divorce was not revealed in a public declaration or on a well-known family blog, the situation has become clear through subtle hints, a calm acceptance among tight circles, and personal signs. Fans of the Duggar family, particularly those who have seen Johannah's upbringing on television, have been deeply affected by the news. Despite her calm manner, young charm, and tight ties to her family, Johannah had never been one to brag about her relationship. She never openly displayed her relationship with Shyam, a young guy who was frequently shown as being close to the family and shared many of its traditional values. Family watchers were aware, however, that a serious romance was developing between them. Many expected that their relationship, which insiders had previously described as carefully orchestrated, would progress into an official engagement due to their mutual respect, shared values, and covert familial support akin to Duggar-style courtship. As word spread that Johannah and Shyam had split up, reactions were swift and largely surprising. What went wrong? Did everyone come to an agreement? Did any Duggar family members become involved? How is Johannah handling the psychological effects of a breakup that was publicized, like the most of her experiences? Understanding the context in which Duggar relationships are formed is essential to appreciating how severe this situation is. Unlike mainstream dating culture, courtship in Duggar partnerships is a purposeful process that involves spiritual compatibility, emotional restraint, and family supervision. Nobody enters into a relationship hastily or impulsively. Therefore, when a daughter or dove starts a romantic relationship, marriage is usually the ultimate aim. In this setting, a breakup represents a paradigm shift on a spiritual and societal level in addition to being a personal disappointment. There is more involved than just two people moving in opposing directions. We are currently seeing the breakdown of a positive narrative that was undoubtedly planned and directed by prayer. According to family accounts, Johannah and Shyam had a cordial but firm split. Despite sharing similar values and beliefs, the pair reportedly came to the conclusion that they were not compatible enough to have a long-term commitment. Nothing unusual occurred. Just that their lives, which had once been intertwined, were now moving in different paths was stated. Johannah's decision was said to be highly emotional. Even though she was still relatively young, she had given her all to her relationship with Shyam. According to someone close to her, she used her upbringing and her own subtle intuition as compass to handle the connection with an adult wisdom belying her years. When it became clear that the relationship couldn't work out as intended, she reportedly accepted the choice with grace, despite the grief it caused. It is believed that the separation had a significant impact on Shamu. Despite not being a well-known character in his own right, many who know him say he is attentive, courteous, and very respectful of Johannah and her family. The couple's friends and relatives stated that their decision to split up was neither rash or abrupt. Rather, it was the outcome of weeks of reflection, prayer, and conversation. Fans want to know why Johannah and Shyam broke up, but they have decided to keep quiet about it. Quietness that seems to be founded on respect for one another. Their decision to keep the facts private in a society that is so willing to sell, spread, and dramatize personal situations is something I greatly admire. It displays a level of integrity and maturity that is above their years, as well as the high expectations placed on well-known individuals cause them to be continuously examined. But fans haven't cut any corners in sharing their opinions in online discussion threads, fan sites, and message boards. Thousands of followers' comments show a variety of feelings, from pity to conjecture to sincere concern. Some were dissatisfied because they thought the couple would be a good thing for the Duggar family in the future. Some have emphasized the courage needed to terminate a relationship that, despite its seeming perfection, lacks the underlying compatibility that might provide two individuals long-term satisfaction. One admirer commented, "We have seen Jennifer grow into such a mature, composed young lady. It takes guts to prioritize honesty above pressure, particularly in a culture as traditional as her family's." Another user clarified, "I feel awful for her, but I can't help but be proud. She should not only discover love that aligns with her goals, but also with her realities. The core of this very instant is that exact sense, the tension between the internal truth and the exterior expectation. Johannah chooses to end a courtship because she sees more than romanticism. This is about discovering one's own identity within that lineage, as a person's identity is often determined by their family before they have the chance to claim it for themselves. What is she going on to? That remains to be determined. Unlike her older siblings who are married, have children, and have established prosperous careers, Johannah is still in a transitional stage. She is not nearly an adult, but she is also no longer a child. Despite the pain, this period might provide her a chance to think, grow independent, and gain perspective before re-entering relationships. The family has remained silent on the matter, adhering to their custom of not responding to rumors. This tactic is consistent with their existing practice of avoiding ongoing public discourse, which could irritate supporters who are seeking input. Since the Duggars appear to be learning frequently through hard lessons, silence may be a form of respect, especially when a story affects a young family member's heart. As time passes, Johannah might choose to voice her opinions, not to engage in gossip, but to draw attention to the unsaid battles that many young people face. Losing hope, reframing aspirations, and having the will to say no when everything around you begs you to keep going. Her tale resonates with many people despite being quite personal. First, serious relationship breakups are the worst. Having the courage to quit when you're not happy. The delicate art of honorably and gracefully letting go. In that peaceful environment, Johannah Duggar is more than just the daughter of a well-known family. As a young lady coming of age, she demonstrates to us that saying goodbye can occasionally be the most difficult aspect of falling in love. Her choice serves as a potent reminder that our strength is determined by the commitments we break when we see they no longer reflect our ideals, not by the promises we make. Perhaps it is Johannah's most powerful message to convey right now. I hope she finds comfort, understanding, and healing. Her story is far from over, and she has a long way to go. In a shocking change of events that anyone anticipated, Johannah Duggar has formally announced her split from her long-rumored partner Shyam, only to reveal she is now married to a completely other man. Fans are shocked, perplexed, and wondering what actually transpired behind the scenes after the disclosure. For more than a year, Johannah, 19, had been subtly connected to Shyam. Online detectives and Duggar watchers were certain the two were courting, even though the Duggar family never officially acknowledged the connection. Fans saw their regular contacts on social media, including subtle likes, similar clothing, and a few cryptic captions that suggested a youthful romance developing out of the spotlight. They were also photographed at a number of family gatherings. The Duggar community was shocked when Johannah posted pictures from a surprise wedding ceremony on Instagram last week, showing herself standing next to a totally other man. Her caption was, "The best stories are written by God. I discovered my forever in a tornado of elegance and tranquility. Meet Elijah, my husband." A 21-year-old Texas carpenter named Elijah is fresh to the Duggar community. Supporters hurried to find out more about him. According to insiders, he leads a more contemporary lifestyle, working full-time, traveling, and even sharing guitar renditions of worship songs online, even though he seems to hold many of the same values as the Duggar family. Even though Johannah is still linked to Shyam, some people think she met him on a mission trip last fall, where rumors have it that sparks ignited. The change from Shyam to Elijah was not sudden, just private, according to insiders, though the Duggar family has not yet made a public statement. One family member claims that Johannah and Shyam broke up in private months ago because of fundamental differences in future plans. It's possible that Shyam, who is supposedly attending medical school, didn't fit in with the Duggar family's conventional ideals of lifestyle. Still, the suddenness took supporters by surprise. Both amazement and joy were expressed in equal measure in the comments section of Johannah's wedding article. One person commented, "Wait, what happened to Shyam?" Another person remarked, "This seems like a plot twist from a Duggar drama series." However, a lot of people also showed their appreciation, saying things like, "I'm so proud of Johannah for doing what's right for her. The Duggar family's history of protracted courtships and closely watched relationships only serves to heighten the surprise of the situation. The conventional Duggar pattern is broken by Johannah's low-key affair with Shyam and her unexpected marriage, which raises the possibility that she is pursuing her own path more daringly than her older sisters. It remains to be seen if this new chapter marks a change in the younger Duggar siblings' relationship philosophy. However, one thing is certain: Johannah made a decision, and she did it in her own way. Fans are still talking about the discovery, and there is already conjecture about whether Johannah will reveal more about her new husband and their romance. Will she agree to a private meeting? Or is this madness the start of a brand new Duggar story? We'll find out in time. Johannah Duggar, however, has made it plain that she isn't scared to surprise people. Thank you very much for your time.